Hi everyone, welcome to the BridgeU Bootcamp. Up your game for college and university applications in 6 weeks. Today we will be focusing on Lesson 2, how to link your interests with a potential career and how best to use our careers tool. Before we start, here is what you need to do to prepare yourself for the lesson. You will need your notes from Lesson 1. Alternatively, you can grab a notebook instead. You need to be prepared to swap your work with a classmate. You could do this by taking a photo of your work and sending it to them via email, Skype, or WhatsApp, for example. You need to sit comfortably, far from any distraction, and you'll need to log into your BridgeU account. To start, you're going to do a starter task. On the left are all the degrees that people who work for BridgeU have studied at university. On the right are jobs that people do at BridgeU. Can you match each person's degree subject with the job that they do? Pause the video and match the numbers to the letters. Here are the answers. As you can see, the degree you study doesn't necessarily dictate the job you will do when you are older. If you're unsure what to do, don't stress. Try to study something that you enjoy. Work hard and see what pathways open up for you in the future. Personally, I studied environmental sciences because I'm passionate about our environment. But I'm also passionate about education, which is why I'm now a customer success manager for BridgeU. Our counsellor, Mr. Guap, has some useful tips when thinking about careers, and he's made a video for us.
Hello everyone, my name is Barry Guap, and I'm the Career and College Counselor at Salahaldin International School in Taiwan. I'm going to talk to you a little bit today about how I use the career component from the BridgeU platform with my students. So when I work with students on their career as well as their university research, I want them to think about three things. Who am I? Where am I going? And how do I get there? Because when it comes to choosing careers as well as universities, it's important for you to get a sense of what motivates you and what fits you best. Now, I usually use this in the beginning of year 11, around the same time students build their profile and work on their strategy advisor. And I want them to think about not just specific skills that they develop in a job, but how they can develop skills that transfer from job to job and from career to career. The platform allows students to look very specifically at jobs if they know what they want to look at, as well as different career fields. Students can see related degrees and similar jobs, the salary, the related skills, and also how much that particular job is in demand. Students can always continue to add into their interest line and access the careers report later. This is a really good way for students to begin to set both university as well as career objectives. Career exploration can be a lot of fun, but also a little nerve-wracking, but I want to encourage you to be patient with yourselves and to enjoy the process. Good luck to you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Mr. Guap. We're going to be looking at the careers tool in a bit. And as you can see, a meaningful career is not simply about climbing a ladder. Working towards something meaningful is usually a long-term endeavor that takes effort and persistence, and hopefully will make you feel good about what you accomplish. With this in mind, as well as what Mr. Guap said, what words do you associate with a career? Why? Take 2 minutes to jot down some ideas. I have added some key words when writing down your answers as well. There's no right or wrong answer. There's also a challenge at the bottom to get you thinking as well about what a career means to you. You can now pause this video for a couple of minutes to do the activity. Now we're going to do a task that requires you to be in pairs, either with a classmate or someone in your family. You will also need your notes from Lesson 1 on your strengths, skills, and interests. Highlight 5 keywords from those notes that you feel best describes you. Now swap with a classmate. You could take a photo of your work and send it to them. Read the notes of your classmate, and based on this information, I want you to suggest a possible career for them. For example, if empathy is one of their strengths, they could possibly suit a career as a nurse. Take 5 minutes to do this task and swap back with your classmate and discuss either as a whole group or still with your pair what career you suggested and why. Where possible, also think of real examples where your classmate has demonstrated these traits. Go ahead and pause this video now to do the task, and see you in a bit. I hope the task went well. Now moving on, we believe a few guiding principles can help you prepare for choosing a career. Do what you love, be a lifelong learner, and be aware of trends. Do what you love. Here is a quote from Steve Jobs' speech he did at Stanford. You've got to find what you love, and that is as true for your work as it is for your lovers. Your work is going to fill a large part of your life, and the only way to be truly satisfied is to do what you believe is great work. And the only way to do great work is to love what you do. Reflect on this quote. How did Steve Jobs apply it in his life? Do you believe it is realistic to do what you love? How can you link your strengths and interests with a suitable career? It's okay to not know what you're going to do as a career. Think back to the starter activity. It is important, however, to keep focusing on your hobbies and passions and building on your skill sets. If you have time, watch the video of Steve Jobs. It's 14 minutes long and it's been seen millions of times. I've linked the YouTube video on the Help Center article. Be a lifelong learner. You can treat every experience as an opportunity to learn. Be curious and learn new things. Evidence of achievement, skills, and interests dating back to early high school will become an important part of how employers evaluate young graduates such as yourselves. It will be the roles of yourselves to build a dynamic and digital CV to showcase your full range of talents and skills. The Strategy Advisor from Lesson 1 is a great place to start recording your experiences. Be aware of trends. The world is changing constantly, and jobs that didn't used to exist are now in high demand. It's important that you do your own research to find out what sort of jobs are out there. Steve Jobs took advantage of trends to build a successful business and career. Some say he even created trends. To assure your future success, you will need to be aware of and observe and adapt to trends. The Careers tool on BridgeU, for example, can help you do research and explore the careers market. Before this, can you think of some jobs that did not exist 15 years ago? See the pictures for some examples. Try to think of examples that are not only science-based. What about humanities-based jobs that require soft skills such as communication, teamwork, critical thinking? Take 2 minutes to pause the video and think of some jobs that didn't used to exist. What did you come up with? Here are some examples that I came up with. Drone engineer, social media manager, customer success manager, which is what I am, and blogger. If you have time, later on, I recommend that you watch this amazing video called How Will AI Affect All Jobs? Artificial intelligence is now used in many companies. BridgeU, for example, uses artificial intelligence to provide you with recommendations and good fit universities and courses. That doesn't mean that it will leave people without jobs though. Building on human skills is important, and this video explores this idea. I have also linked this YouTube video in the Help Center article. Now we will dive into the Careers tool and begin exploring careers. I'm going to do a quick demonstration to show some useful tips when using the Careers tool. You will then log into BridgeU and fill out the table in the following slide. When you log into BridgeU, you can find the Careers tool on the left-hand side. For context, the Careers tool gathers data from Burning Glass, a data company who analyze daily job postings from around the world. Together, we can produce scatter diagrams which show the current and future labor market trends for the selected career. You can search for jobs either by different job family groups in the middle, or you can search for a specific job in the top right-hand corner. I want to explore engineering jobs, so I'm going to click on this job group. A list of engineering jobs will come up, and I'm going to explore what a civil engineer entails, so I'm going to click on More Info. A description of the job is located at the top. You can see recommended degree subjects, which you can mark as interested, and on the right you can see a list of other similar jobs, which you can also mark as interested. The list will then populate on the right-hand side of jobs that you were interested in. If you scroll down the page, you can see a live graph of job postings for this job. In March, there were 10,000 job postings for civil engineer. And also in March, there were nearly 87,000 job postings for engineering as a whole. Now it's your turn. Log on to BridgeU and navigate to the Careers tab. Select a group that appeals to you and explore different careers within this group. Your task is to research at least 5 different careers, ideally not only those that you're interested in, but also ones that you haven't heard about. Whilst exploring the careers, fill out the table in the following slide, which you can download on the Help Center article. This is the table, so you're going to be answering the questions: the job title, what appeals about this job, what degree is suggested that I take to do this career, is the demand growing or declining, why do you think this is? So this refers to the live graph that I showed you. And then finally, which of your interests, skills, or strengths does this career link to? You can pause this video now to do the task. Okay, I hope the task went well, and with this we're done for the day. Before you go, it would be great to see your answers. If you're on TikTok, you can follow us at BridgeU and share what is a career to you. You can add hashtags BridgeU or BridgeUMyCareers. We've created our own example. Thank you so much for listening, and see you next week.